How's it going, guys? Smash Bros. 33 here, bringing you another Pokemon Black and White Wi-Fi battle. This one is against ZombieDeviant. Found him on the Smoke On Wi-Fi Battle Finder. Asked him for an OU match, and that's what I brought to him. It was a really quick match, only 22 turns. I know it's a pretty short game considering, but it's all whatever. Straightforward games are straightforward games. And I do not believe he has a YouTube, so unfortunately I will not be able to link his channel. And so let's get on with the battle. So I lit up with my Aerodactyl, just my standard Suicide Dactyl you guys all know and love. And he leads off with Crustle, which I find extremely odd in OU. I mean, it is viable, but there are many other rockers out there, and Crustle is outclassed by the majority of them. One of them being Aerodactyl, even though he has been knocked down to RU as well. Which I personally find a load of malarkey. But regardless of that, so back to the battle. I taunt him. He can't Stealth Rock. I Stealth Rock, and he retaliates with Stone Edge and brings me Dynamite Sash. So now I'm just going to retaliate with the Stone Edge, just return the favor, and it's going to do a good amount. It's going to do about 70%. I mean, it's not going to kill, even though Stone Edge is stab. It's just Aerodactyl's base attack, while at 105, leaves something to be desired, especially considering Earthquake, its other most powerful move, is not stab. But regardless of that, Crustle's taunt wears off now, and I'm going to go out to my Swampert. Now, I was hoping I could outspeed, because I know Crustle's base speed is 55, but I am unsure of Swampert's base speed. I think it's like in the 70s? Either like low 70s, something like that. But anyway, Crustle dies with Scald, so it's all tied up, 5-5 now. And he brings in a Carracosta, so I'm like, I know he's going to try to set up on my face, but he doesn't know I carry Roar yet, so it's the perfect time to use it. And he was kind of figuring, aw man, he's going last. He definitely has the Roar, which I do, so get out of here, Carracosta. You're not going to be setting up on this pert. But I bring out Scizor, and not the biggest deal because I can take on pretty much any Scizor with Scald. And it's really good if I burn it, because that would just be like a good slap to the face. Because Scizor through Scald equals a burn like half the time. Not 30%, half the time. But he SD's up. I don't get the burn the first time around, which doesn't really suck that much, but he goes for the Iron Head, which doesn't do that much, even if Scizor is at +2. I'm not sure what kind of Scizor this is, like, in terms of its move pool, because it's running Iron Head over Bullet Punch, which you don't really see that often, if at all, to be honest. I haven't seen one except for this. But whatever, Scizor's Scizor, and he might be running X-Scissor. Just curious of what the rest of his set was. So now he brings out this Hydreigon, and I know I can take at least one, maybe two of his attacks, so I'm going to stay in an Ice Beam. And he goes for the Dark Pulse, and that damage, he's either Expert Belt or Scarf. I'm not sure, because Hydreigon outspeeds any Swampert, no matter what. But regardless of that, he's going to stay in. But I'm going to switch out now and go to my Infernape to resist the Dark Pulse, because I know he's not going to predict and go for the Surf if he has it. Or he's just locked in a Dark Pulse, whichever or. And so that doesn't do much. Not too worried about it. And I am going to U-turn out, because I know he's going to switch most likely into something that resists the close combat. So I just U-turn out of there. So no big deal. Heracross resists it, but it actually does a decent amount considering U-turn, base 70, all that jazz. But anyway, if you guys checked out my channel before I uploaded this, you guys saw the You Ate His Face thing. I don't know, I was just goofing around with the video editor thing, just wasting time. But I go out to Espeon, and kind of like the oh shoot moment where like it could be Scarfed, so I switch on out of there in case he outspeeds Espeon, and he goes for the Mega Horn, but then I go for the Draco Meteor because I don't want Fire Blast missing, and even if he switches out, I can get consistent damage on pretty much anything on his team. But he turns out to stay in. I guess he's banded. So that's that. And he goes out to Hydreigon now, which almost automatically tells me he is scarfed. Because if he stays in, then he knows he's going to outspeed my immense. So even though I believe I'm running max speed on it. But I go out to my Swampert now to take whatever this Hydreigon wants to throw at me. And he goes for the Dragon Pulse. And with Stab, that does more than Dark Pulse. It only has base 10 more power, which isn't a big deal. I kind of wanted to leave Swampert in to die because just wanted to make sure he was choiced or whatever. And now I go out to my Espeon because I know I can take a Dragon Pulse. And, I mean, Espeon has very, very respectable special defense. It's just its physical defense is god-awful, but I mean, that Dragon Pulse does more than half I expected it to, so I wasn't really worried about it. So I just go for the Hidden Power Fighting, take it out, just regular old kill, not a big deal. And, I mean, I haven't really gotten the chance to really set up with this Espeon yet. But now he goes out to his Scrafty here, and I'm hoping it's not the Dragon Dance variant, but turns out, as I switched out, he is the Dragon Dance variant. But I don't really care because I have the Scizor, my Blade Edge. And he goes for the Dragon Dance, and I'm not worried about it. I know I don't outspeed it, but it's not a big deal because he's going to go for the Drain Punch. And spoiler alert, he gets a crit here, so I was like, whoa, how does it do that much? Oh, crit. Figures. But it brings me down to 4 HP, which I'm like, yes, I can get off that big superpower. So that is one dead Scrafty. I mean, even though this is a banded Scizor, I did not expect superpower to kill. Guess I'm just overestimating Scrafty's bulk. Because he does have really good defenses. So that's one dead Scrafty. And now he's going to send out his Caracosta. And I am just going to keep going for superpowers. Because Scizor's down to 4, I really don't feel like switching out. And I want to see how much just a regular superpower does. And that does a good 60%. And that Caracosta, I don't know what that Caracosta is running. He's probably running max attack and defense, or max HP, max attack, something along those lines. But he's going to set up those curses. And now that I'm at -2 and he's at +1, he's just going to go for the Aqua Jet, which he could have done first turn. But I guess setting up that +1 was actually a really good thing. And so now this Caracosta is actually kind of threatening. Because now, even though he's at -1, I am going to EQ, and lo and behold, it does not kill, which is telling me this Mence is running Life Orb, but that didn't kill, so that's probably max HP, max defense, I would assume. So he hits me with a Smackdown, which I find sort of odd, unless he wants to hit stuff with Earthquakes or whatever. To each their own. But I can't believe he lived that Earthquake. And he crits me, which I think it would have mattered. But I go out to my Infernape now, and I'm like, oh man, it's a good game from here. He's at +1. He's just going to Aqua Jet everything. But Hard Buddy Infernape lives that +1 Aqua Jet, which is awesome. So he's probably not running max attack on that Caracosta. And using Caracosta in OU is risky, but I guess for him it worked out to some extent. But whatever, I can't believe I lived that Aqua Jet. Let's go, Infernape. But anyway, so that's the game. Not narrow, but some good 2-0 in my favor, obviously. And it's very, very straightforward game, so hope you guys enjoyed, and I will bring you guys my newest episode of Let's Play Pokemon Emerald. I haven't uploaded that in a long time, and hopefully I'm going to keep up on that as midterms have ended, of course, and third quarter's rolling around, and all that good stuff. So, Smash Bros. 33, signing out.